Hello students, welcome in your sybcom business management subject. I am Assistant Professor Dr. Pallavi Patil. Today we are going to discuss very first of all what is the planning. Okay, this is your second chapter from business management, which name is understanding management, planning and decision making. Planning subject or planning chapter is very important. Without planning, business management is totally zero. So understand first what is the meaning of planning. Planning is decision in advance what to do and how to do. It is one of the basic managerial functions. Okay, this is the first function of the business management, that is planning. Second one for the explanation. Before doing something, the manager must formulate an idea of how to work on the particular task. Thus, the planning is closely connected with the creativity and innovation. Who is going to do the planning? Definitely manager. Top level managers will going to do planning for any decision of the business. Thus, planning is closely connected with the creativity and innovations. The manager would first have to set objectives. What is the main objective of the business? It's nothing but earning profits. Gaining the profit is the main objective of the business. Only then will a manager know where he has to go. Planning seek the bridge, the gap between the where we are and where we want to go. Okay, after understanding the meaning of the planning, so let's move to forward. What is the nature or the characteristics of planning? Okay, it's very simple. With the help of the pictures, which is right side of your screen, will give you more understandable features. First one is planning is the primary functions of management. Just now I said that without planning, business management is totally zero. The functions of the management are broadly classified as a planning, organizing, and directions and controlling. This is the first function of management at all levels. Since the planning is involved or at all the managerial functions, it is rightly called as an essence of the management. So this is the basic or the primary functions of the management. Um, let's move to the second one. Planning focuses on objective. Okay, what is the objective of the planning? It's nothing but the gaining the profit or making the profit for the business. So planning focuses on the objective. It's a common objective of the business, common objective of the team members. Every organization has a set of the goals to be achieved. Planning involves setting goals and determining the most economical and viable course of the actions to achieve the predetermined goals. What is the predetermined goals? It's nothing but your planning. Thus, the planning is purposeful. Okay. So manager uh, first have to do planning for anything. Okay, and that's why it's a primary functions of the planning. The second one is planning focuses on the objective, that means making the profit. Now it's a third function or the third nature or the third characteristics, that the planning is a function of all managers, not only the top level managers but all level of the managers. Planning must have to done by them. Every manager must plan. The manager at the higher level has to denote more time to the planning as the compared to the person at the lower level. Supervisor must have to plan. So factory manager also have to do some planning. Board of directors, they also have to do the planning. So the president and the managing directors in the company denotes more time to planning that the super than the supervision or the supervisor. Okay, I hope this third point is also clear from your side. The fourth one is, it's very important that planning is an intellectual process. The word is intellectual, it's nothing but the mental process. With the help of the pictures you understand the whole point, that the planning is an intellectual process. Planning is a mental work, basically concerned with thinking before doing. Okay, I repeat the word, basically concerned with thinking before doing. Whatever you are going to do, you have to think first. It means you have to do planning. It is an intellectual process, it's a mental process, and involves creative thinking and imagination. Wherever planning is done, all the activities are orderly undertaken as per the planning rather than on the basis of the guesswork. Guesswork is definitely good. Focusing on future is definitely good, but you must have to understand the basic principle that the planning, which is based on your budget, based on your reality, based on your resources, not only financial resources, it must be a man force also. It means your workers, your employees capacity and all these things. So planning lays down on the course of the actions to be followed on the basis of the facts and consider estimates, keeping in view the objectives, goals and the purpose of the enterprises. So we understand that the first, it's a basic principle. After that, all managers must have to do the planning. Third or fourth point is intellectual process. Next one. Okay, your fifth point is planning as a continuous process. Planning, it means you can understand it's a basic function. So this is a continuous process. Planning is a continuous process and permanent process. There is no end for these planning functions. Okay, the manager makes a new plan and also modify the old plan in the light of the informations received from the person who is concerned with the execution of plan. एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ प्लान से इट मींस प्लान के ऊपर जो भी काम करे वर्कर्स उनके यहाँ से अगर कोई भी इफ दे गिव्स यू अदर इंफॉर्मेशंस you have to work out on them, modify your old plan. Okay, there is no end for this process. It is a never ending process. Okay, the sixth point is planning is a dynamic. What is the meaning of dynamic? Dynamic is nothing but the flexible. It means according to the situation your plan must be changed. According to the situation you are going to do some changes or modify that plan as per the need. Planning is a dynamic function in the sense that the changes and the modifications are continuously done in the plan course of the actions on account of the changes in business environment as factor affected the business are not within the control of the management. Necessary changes are made as and when they take place. It means it must be flexible. Okay, if modification are cannot be included in the plan, it is a bad plan. Okay, it means it's a bad plan because you are not going to change anything in the basic plan or in your old plan. Modification is always essential for any planning. The next one is 7 point planning secured efficiency, economy, and accuracy. Just now I said planning is a basic function. You have to understand what is your budget, what is your employees capacity, what is your if your employees are not eligible or not able to understand that plan, it means you are a bad manager. So the prerequisitions of the planning is that it should be lead to entertain of the objectives at least cost. कम से कम बजट में आपको वो कॉस्ट के ऊपर काम करना है, प्लानिंग बनानी है. इट शुड also help in the optimum utilizations of the available human and the physical resources by securing efficiency, economy, and accuracy in the business enterprises. Planning is also economical because it brings down the cost of the minimum, cost to the minimum. Okay. The 8 point is planning involved forecasting. What is the meaning of forecasting? It is nothing but telling something about the future, predictions. Okay. Planning largely depends upon the accurate business forecasting. We do the planning for the future. We are not going to do any planning for yesterday. We are not going to planning for that moment which is already passed away. Planning essential involves looking ahead and preparing for the future. The purpose of the planning is to meet the future event. It's to be to meet the future event effectively to best advantages of the organization. It implies the peeping into the future, analyzing it, and predicting. Predicting, it means showing the future or forecasting. Okay. Planning is therefore regarded as a forward-looking functions based on the forecasting. So this is your eighth point, that planning involves forecasting. Now there is two more points, that the ninth point one is planning involves decision making. This is a very basic functions that for the business manager. I repeated the word basic principle, or the basic functions, or the basic first step of the business management, that the doing some plan for your business. And so on the according to the plan, your workers or your manager will understand what they are going to do now. Planning is essential, the process of the choosing among the various alternatives. In front of you there are so many alternatives, you have to uh, go through for the best one. And with the help of planning, it is very easy to take the decisions for the business. So in order to make an effective choice, examinations and the evaluations of each alternatives is essential. If there is only one possible goal or action, then there is no need for the planning. You can go ahead with that option, because there is no any other options or alternative options is not there in front of you, so go with that one. Thus it is a concentrate on decision making. You can, with the help of the planning, you can take the decision. So for the decision making, planning is very important. The last point for the planning is planning provides a direction. Okay. What is the main goal or the objective of the business? Is nothing but gaining the profit, or having some profit, making some profit. This is the main main or basic principle of the your business. By starting in advance how work it to be done, planning provides directions for the actions. Okay, it means planning involves in decision making. Planning provides directions also. Planning ensures that the goals or objectives are clearly stated, so that they act as a guide for decision. What action should be taken, and in which direction. With the help of planning, we can understand in which direction we have to go. If the goals are well defined, employees are aware of what the organizations has to do and what they must do to achieve those goals. So I hope this is clear, because it's 10 functions or 10 features of the planning. Basic function is the planning for the business manager management. So you can understand with the help of all this. In the next video, we can take another point of the business management. Thank you so much for watching.